I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots.
MotoGP legend Casey Stoner has once again attracted the attention of the paddock after making a pointed comment regarding Toprak Razgatlioglu's significant move to MotoGP with Yamaha for the 2026 season. In a now much discussed interview, Stoner emphasized that Toprak, despite being recognized as one of the most spectacular talents in modern racing, will not immediately be able to reach his peak simply by moving to the premier class. He believes the current Yamaha bike is not yet at a point where a rider of Toprak's caliber can fully demonstrate his potential. Stoner revealed that Toprak's adaptation will be a long and challenging process. He believes that Toprak's aggressive riding style, which is characterized by extreme braking and exceptional rear-end control, may clash with the smoother, more stable, and more demanding character of the M1. Stoner stated that Yamaha still has to work hard to close the performance gap, which has widened over the past few seasons compared to European machines like Ducati, KTM, and Aprilia. According to Stoner, the problem is not Toprak's ability, but rather the bike's platform, which is likely not yet ready to accommodate the full potential of the WSBK champion. He emphasized that Toprak might show flashes of great performance in his first year, but his best level will only be seen when Yamaha seriously updates the engine, aerodynamics, and electronics package comprehensively. Stoner's comments immediately sparked heated discussion in the MotoGP world, especially since Toprak is known for his extraordinary abilities, which often lead the public to believe he could be competitive immediately. However, Stoner emphasized that MotoGP is a different arena. The bikes are more complex, the competition is fiercer, and every detail is crucial. Meanwhile, Yamaha is reportedly accelerating its new engine project, including continuing its V4 research, which was previously tested behind closed doors. Many believe Toprak's arrival will be a turning point for Yamaha, although Stoner continues to warn that too high expectations could actually add pressure in his debut year. Now all eyes are on the 2026 season. Is Stoner right that the Yamaha bike isn't enough to help Toprak reach his true level? Or will Toprak once again prove that his unique riding style can push the technical limits of any bike? And here's the full news. MotoGP legend and two-time world champion Casey Stoner has caused a stir once again after making a rather surprising statement regarding Toprak Razgatlioglu's future in the premier class. In a widely circulated interview in the paddock, Stoner assessed that Toprak, who will make his debut season in MotoGP in 2026 with Yamaha, will not be able to immediately reach his best level. This is not because Toprak's abilities are in doubt, but because the condition of the Yamaha motorcycle, which Stoner believes is not yet competitive enough to unleash the full potential of the WSBK champion. Stoner said Toprak's move to MotoGP was a bold decision, but the reality he will face is far more challenging than the public expected. He believes that Toprak's explosive riding style, aggressive braking, and renowned extreme rear-end control may clash with the Yamaha M1's character, which relies on corner speed, agility, and smooth rhythm. The Yamaha motorcycle is not the type of bike that immediately suits Toprak's wild style, Stoner said. It takes a long time to really gel. According to Stoner, MotoGP is not just about talent. A competitive bike can make a rider's debut much easier, while a problematic platform can hamper their performance for months. And Stoner believes Yamaha is currently in a major transition period. They are working hard to catch up with the aerodynamic technology that increasingly dominates modern MotoGP, not to mention engine development, which has lagged behind Ducati, KTM, and Aprilia for the past few seasons. Stoner emphasized that Toprak's abilities are unquestionable. Toprak is one of the most spectacular talents I've ever seen, he said. But when the bike isn't capable of expressing a rider's riding style, then naturally, his best level won't be seen. Stoner even warned that the public shouldn't have too high expectations for Toprak's first season, as the pressure of expectations could actually make his adaptation even more difficult. Stoner's statement immediately sparked reactions from various parties. Some analysts agreed that Yamaha wasn't ready to provide the perfect package for a rider of Toprak's caliber. Others considered Stoner's opinion too pessimistic, given that Toprak is known for pushing his bike beyond its limits. What's clear, however, is that the legend's comments have opened a new discussion. Is Yamaha sufficiently prepared to face the challenges of the modern MotoGP era, with its increasingly complex combination of engines, aerospace, and electronics? On Yamaha's side, rumors are circulating that a new engine project, including the possible adoption of a V4 platform, is beginning to enter a serious phase. Several sources say Yamaha wants to create a bike that's more aggressive in acceleration and more stable in braking, two elements that perfectly suit Toprak's character. However, all these changes won't materialize overnight. Developing a prototype engine requires a long time, hundreds of test laps, and rigorous evaluation. Toprak will be at the center of this evolutionary process, which could mean two things. He could become a pillar of Yamaha's resurgence, or he'll have to restrain himself from over-expecting in his debut season. With MotoGP now becoming increasingly technical, full of extreme aero innovations and competition between manufacturers being nearly equal, Toprak's first year is guaranteed to be challenging. However, many believe that if there's a rider who can make a bike work beyond logic, it's Toprak Razgatlioglu. Stoner concluded his comments with a realistic, not dismissive tone. Ultimately, if Yamaha can give him the right bike, I'm sure Toprak can be a big threat in MotoGP. But in the first year, I think that's too soon. Now, the entire racing world awaits the 2026 season with great anticipation. Is Stoner right that the Yamaha bike won't help Toprak reach his best level? Or will Toprak once again defy all predictions in his always impressive manner? The MotoGP world awaits the answer. Big news has again emerged from the MotoGP paddock. Amidst preparations for the 2025 season, Yamaha has quietly taken a step that could be a significant turning point in their new engine project. For the first time in a long time, Toprak Razgatlioglu and Fabio Quartararo finally took part in a private test session at Misano. Without the presence of media, cameras, and public attention, Yamaha opted for a closed test focused entirely on one thing: the durability of the latest generation V4 engine. This test was a continuation of the development work carried out previously at Aragon and Valencia. While Yamaha previously focused on evaluating performance, electronic stability, and power delivery characteristics, this session at Misano was entirely dedicated to testing the engine's durability under extreme conditions, similar to a full race. Yamaha's decision to field two riders with very different riding styles was no coincidence. Toprak, with his hyper-aggressive braking style, put significantly more mechanical stress on the engine's internal components. Meanwhile, Fabio, with his smooth style and consistent rhythm, is a crucial benchmark for assessing engine stability over long runs. The atmosphere at Misano that morning was described as unusually calm, even mysterious. Parts of the paddock were closed off. The Yamaha garage was lit only by work lights and a row of engineers' laptops, ready to record every small change in the V4 engine. Toprak was the first to exit the pits, and the V4's deeper, more resonant sound immediately filled the entire track. In the first few laps, data showed no signs of excessive stress on the engine. Toprak then increased his pace and rode much more aggressively, trying to force the engine to withstand the stress that had previously caused problems in Valencia. When he returned to the pits after more than 20 laps, the engineers were seen nodding quietly to each other, an early indication that the engine was in much better condition. After a brief break for cooling and inspection, it was Fabio Quartararo's turn to take over. He ran a full race simulation at a steady pace. Telemetry showed that the performance drop in the final laps was very small compared to the previous two tests. Engine temperatures were stable, vibrations were significantly reduced, and Fabio had no major complaints. Fuel consumption was also praised, with the latest generation engine demonstrating better efficiency, despite its increased power. The newly installed gearbox also operates more smoothly when repeatedly pushed at high speeds. Yamaha sources say that this version of the V4 engine is the closest to the final specifications. If its performance and durability remain stable in subsequent tests, Yamaha has a good chance of entering the homologation phase without any significant obstacles. Japanese engineers appear more optimistic than ever. They say this is the first time the engine has been able to withstand two extreme riding styles simultaneously, without experiencing any signs of
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease.